everybody, how are you doing on this fine Sunday evening? Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. I got something I want to show about Father's Day in just a minute. We're still looking for Ed. We are still searching for Uncle Ed. You know, do you guys remember that old thing, wherever Carmen San Diego? What was that? Carmen San Diego? I mean, I'm a little old for that. But the Carmen San Diego thing, where is she? That's Uncle Ed. Every week we're wondering, where in the world is Uncle Ed? We still don't know. I mean, I have an idea, but we don't know exactly. He's yet to call in. We're waiting for Uncle Ed to call in at any minute. But we're here to talk about Inter Miami tonight and have a little fun while we're doing it. I have a little side subject to talk about in the second half of the show. First half of the show, we'll delve deep, as deep as you guys want to dive into the last game and complain, whatever we want to do. But in the meantime, you guys are not hearing me through my correct mic. Hang on a second. Thanks for letting me know, Kata. Yeah, Ed's hijacked somewhere. All right, let me... Oh, he's showing up. Here he is. Let me see if I can fix my mic here while we're waiting for Uncle Ed to join. Uncle Ed is joining here in a second. I am trying to figure out the mic situation. Hang on, give me 1 second. Thanks for the heads up, Kata. I know you guys can hear me. You're hearing me through my Mac. You're hearing me through the Mac, not through the... You're not necessarily hearing me through the microphone that I use. And we're trying to get that, fixed. Hang on 1 second. Still working on it. How about now? Can you hear me better now? Let me know, Kata, since you were the one that noticed first place. Can you hear me better now? Does the microphone sound better? Should sound better. Thank you, Louie. All right. Yeah, I had some updates. I had to do some updates. There was this microphone that I use. It's a really good microphone, but I don't know. The software that it usually used, it like stopped using, and then it upgraded to another software, what have you. So, anyways, all right. Well, I think we found Uncle Ed. I'm not sure where he is, but I got a strong feeling Uncle Ed might be in a car. You guys want to bet? Is Uncle Ed in a car? I got a feeling Uncle Ed's in a car. Let's say hi to Uncle Ed. Uncle Ed! How you doing, Ed? Oh, nope. Well, he was here. What the heck? All right. Maybe I'll call back. Thank you, One World. Thank you, everybody that checking in and making sure you can hear me. Little technical difficulties there in the beginning. Oh, Ed is in the... So let me assign him there. He is there. Hang on. Assign Ed to there. Bam. He's here. Where's Ed? Where's Ed? He's not here. But he is here. Guys, sorry. Not the way I wanted to start the show.
Peter Brown!
Well, he's sort of here, but not the way I want him to be. We're going to make some adjustments.
Something's up. Something's up.
All right, well, we'll work with this for now because, so for some reason I assign you like I always do, and it didn't show up. But anyways, you're in the passenger seat of your car somewhere. Where the hell? I was saying before you jumped on, Ed, do you remember the show Where in the World is Carmen San Diego?
Yep.
That's you. Where in the
They,
world is Uncle Ed?
I'm in Ocala, Florida, just north of Orlando. And yeah, we were supposed to leave earlier, but you know how that goes, Latin time.
I, I hear you're moving to Ocala, Ed.
No, oh hell no, hell no, not much to
No,
do up
hell
here.
no. Too many old people, right?
Oh yeah, dude, there's just not that much to do. So you know, it's interesting though. But yeah, like doing Latin time. We haven't left yet. My wife went to Publix real quick, and yeah. So, but I did see the game.
It's funny that you are headed south, and as of like 6 in the morning tomorrow, I'll be headed north. I'll be headed to Disney tomorrow. So tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, I'll be in Disney. So
Oh wow! But you'll be back in time for the game.
of course, Monday and Tuesday, short little trip, Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, because look, off topic, and I know there's certain people, Uncle Ned, have been complaining that I go off topic too much, Uncle Ned. But I can't help it. This we're giving you free entertainment. This is my entertainment is to go off topic. But
Right.
your Ed's like, yeah, whatever. I just whatever. I put up with it because he's got the controls. Uh, no, they're opening up a new ride, and pass holders have an exclusive to. They changed Splash Mountain into Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and pass holders, which I am, have a preview. So Monday and Tuesday we have the opportunity to go on the ride before anybody else. So we'll be there.
Nice.
All right.
Show off.
Before we go too far, showing off. I got something else to show off before we go too far. But before we get too far, let's say a big thank you to our sponsors, and let's start off with Caneswear. Caneswear is where you go to get all your messy material, the messiest wall in all of South Florida. All your Inter Miami gear at a great price. I know One World One Gold just bought some stuff from there. All orders over $99 shipped for free. If Davie, Florida's too out of your way, go to caneswear.com and get all of your Inter Miami gear.
Peter Brown, and if you're gonna do any, investment in South Florida, you got to do it with the goat of all realtors, Mia Rodrigues. She's the one to talk to. You want to sell your property, you want to buy, definitely contact her. You can WhatsApp her. She speaks 3 languages. There's no way you can not communicate with her. She will definitely get back to you and find you a place or sell your property. And she'll even she might even put you on her TV show.
Oh,
She's got a TV show if you guys don't know about that. And yeah, you guys can become famous selling your property, through her. So contact Mia. Oh, that's there. It is, the American dream. Do it, guys. Contact Mia Rodrigues. You can also contact her at miarodriguesrealtor.com. And there's her phone numbers right there.
all right. Hang on a second, Ed. I got to fix you here as well. There we
That
go.
update, I tell you.
Things happen. I think this might be the first show I've ever done without an Inter Miami shirt on. But it's Father's Day, Ed. Hanging out by the pool all day, and the sun decided to show up for the first time all week at the second half of the day.
I've got my Inter Miami one.
I know you're representing. And
yeah, I wasn't wearing it earlier. As soon as I got in the car, I put it on.
In all fairness, I'm in my house. I have access to my closet. I could have changed.
But you got the hat on. That's good enough.
But I've had a few drinks today, like since noon, so whatever. You know what I'm saying? I might be a little bit, loopy. But
I could hear that. I noticed there's a little,
little pep
drag on your voice.
So, Ed, Father's Day. Before we go too far into the topic at hand, Father's Day here. Eric Thomas is in the chat. Oh, well, we got to do the chats. Eric Thomas is saying Happy Father's Day to all the dads. Let's go through first. Before that, Chio Lewis is here as well from Chicago. Kata was in here as well. Louis Rodrigues, of course. Thank you for spending your Father's Day with us, guys. Chris Arjun, the best photographer in all of South Florida.
Ran into him in the last game too.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Esbandito, happy Father's Day to everyone. Whoever is not a father yet, make someone a mother while we still are in the weekend. Oh, wow.
Hey.
Our friend from Costa Rica talking about what a win. One World, One Goal is in here as well.
I saw she did some shopping at Canesware. You can
I
do it
did.
online.
I saw that as well. Happy Father's Day. Sports Shorts is here as well. And that's it for now that I see. If you're in the chat, shout out. We'll bring you up. But Ed, it's Father's Day. Let me ask you. Let's do a little show and tell. Would you consider yourself a dad, Ed?
Well, yeah, because
right? You came
I
into
did.
a family,
and
you adopted basically two girls, right?
Yes, sure did. And they,
What'd you do for Father's Day?
That's one of the reasons I came up to Ocala. One of my daughters is up here, so she invited me to go out and eat. And so, I'm nice and fat right now. We went to this Mexican restaurant. Good stuff.
I know Ocala. What Mexican restaurant?
What's it called? Hold on, I'm right in front of it. It's
called. Is it in the same shopping center
Katrina.
as a Dillard? What?
Katrina, something like that. Katrina, something.
Not the one I go to. Not the one I go to.
It's pretty new. It's brand spanking new.
The one we've gone to up there, it's in the same shopping center as a Dillard's. They've got a funny sounding place called like Angry Cucumber, something like that, in the same plaza. I don't know, a few options. I think there's a Kohl's there. It's a fairly big plaza in there.
Well, it's not that big of a town, so I'm sure I probably ran by there or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that big of a town.
On the way back, I'll probably drive by there and I'll be like, "Oh, that's what Peter was talking about."
Yeah, I forgot the name of it, but okay, Ed. Father's Day. Two things. One, I got this cool mug that doesn't show up in my picture because it's green, but it's a Star Wars tiki mug.
Nice.
I'll hang on a second. I could do this real quick. Ba-boom! Look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
But see, everybody thought that you actually had that cool, office. Yeah.
Whatever. I know some people have actually been fooled by that. But most of the regulars
have not. You guys think I'm in a car, but it's not true. Hold on, let me fix it.
You're not really in a car. You're in your house. I'm not really in the car,
Peter.
Ed, look at my other Father's Day present.
Oh, look at that.
Now, look. I already have the black ones, right?
Yeah.
I already got these.
Oh, boy. Ta-da. It's empty.
It's not empty.
Oh, wait. What's underneath that cool paper? The suspense. Oh, nice. Damn.
Look, Ed. Nice and clean.
What a good Father's Day. We could be twinsies now.
They're back in stock.
We could be twinsies now.
These are what you have. And as much as I like the black ones, I like these black ones. I wore them out to dinner one night and I realized I like them, but I don't wear dark colored shoes very often. I'm more of a light colored guy. These.
Yeah.
These are awesome.
Are you going to wear them to the stadium like I do?
Hell no.
Because I was saying we could go like twins and stuff, man.
No. I might wear these to the stadium because they're leather. They're a little more durable. Not these. These, though, but I was surprised. My wife found these in the Sawgrass Mills Mall at the Adidas store yesterday. Literally yesterday.
Wow.
Peter, hang on a second. Esteban asking a question. Where is the Inter Miami logo in black color in contrast to the pink? Well, on the black shoes, I assume you're talking about, it's black on black. It's hard to see there, but there is
it's there.
There's a black Inter Miami logo on black. It would be better if it was in pink. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. You know, let me see. If it doesn't zoom, it doesn't focus very well, but it's there.
But you can see it. You can see
Yeah,
it.
the white ones though, the pink ones have it more prominent.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
These are the ones you have, and
Yes.
once they were sold, I was like, they're kind of like out of stock. Um, and this would be kind of like like the reprints, if you will, But she
Yeah.
found them at the Sawgrass Mills Mall at the Adidas store for $110. They're not cheap,
Nice.
but Father's Day present. It's got the
Nice.
heartbeat in the
Oh
middle
yeah.
there. These are cool.
They are cool, man. As somebody that's got them, if you don't, if you guys can do it, get them because they're really cool and hopefully they'll last. Unfortunately, I'm one of those guys that'll wear the living hell out of them.
These might
So,
last longer because they're leather.
right.
And there's not white on the bottom. These might be better for the stadium. I might wear these at the next game. The pink ones, I've looked at yours. So no, I'm not wearing those. I've seen what you've done to yours.
Yeah, mine are already starting to get. I've only worn them twice. So
But
and
they
they're
are
already
but
showing.
Tank asking Pete, are you going to get the second pink ones as well? So here's my argument about the second pink ones. And I know 17 minutes in the show, we still haven't gotten to the topic at hand. I'm sorry. Let me have another drink. The second pink ones, here's my pet peeve. And I guess all the Messi lovers probably aren't here today because Messi's not playing. So whatever. I love Messi as well as just as much as the next person. But I'm more of a club over player. I love the club more than any one individual player. And the pink leather ones that came out are Messi branded. They're not Inter Miami branded. They are Messi branded. And that's great for some people. And I think they sold out really fast because Messi's a big brand. I get it. But me personally, I prefer the things that are Inter Miami branded. So I'm not so sure. I probably will not get the pink Messi branded ones because I've got these awesome pink Inter Miami. I can't get them out of the box. I got these awesome pink Inter Miami. So,
Well, I'm
but
just like you, Peter, and like Eric Thomas just said too. We're club over player.
yeah,
There are a lot of people, that are, as there's a supporters group that's the Messiahs. They're basically for Messi. But at the end of the day, when Messi's, retires, they might, not come back because, they're about the player. But we're going to be there since the beginning. We fought for this team before there was even a team. There's a lot of people that say that they were there since the beginning of the team, you know, but we were literally there.
before the
We
team.
were basically before the team. Yeah, we were. How would you say it? It's like if you're trying to have a baby but you can't have a baby. You do whatever you can to go to the doctor and to try to get the baby. That's how we were
Yeah, yeah.
for
Tank
years trying to get that baby.
Tank was asking if these are suede. Yeah, they are. You can kind of see it. They're
Oh, but
definitely suede, and that's why these are not really good stadium shoes, especially if you park in the gravel parking lot like we do.
where we usually go,
Yeah,
where
because
we
all this
usually
white
park.
gonna be brown
Yes,
quick.
and mine's are starting to look,
Yeah.
brownish. It's, yeah, I'm gonna have to
So
get a toothbrush when an old toothbrush is start, trying to clean it out.
Kata has a good idea for a video here. Um, you guys need to get some Moss Plus and make a video on the flavors, which is Messi's drink. Messi came out with his own like sports drink. And
I
so,
like
yeah,
that.
we should go out and try to find them. And you and I could do a separate video where we kind of do a taste test.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
And I got a further idea that I'll tell you off of off of right now, not live, because I think it's a really good idea. I like that. We're gonna do a video.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's get to the game, Ed. So, Inter Miami go into Philadelphia. Look, Philadelphia has been a solid team from the very beginning. They have a fairly low payroll, and,
Right.
and have been able to be a top contender every single year. I think they've got one of the
For
best coaches in
years.
the league.
Yeah. He's been with the
Underappreciated
team
coach.
for 10 years, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he played for the team, and then he then decided to coach for the team. So, you know, a solid team. We've got our old player, Julian Carranza, part of the team. Luckily, he didn't play because he's going to potentially he's under contract with, what was it, Feyenoord, something like that?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, dude. So he's gonna make some money off of that. Well, I don't. Did Inter Miami totally, give up his pass, or
Oh,
or is he still? Would Inter Miami get a percentage of that? Oh, what's that?
Father's Day keeps on giving, guys.
Wow.
I just got a delivery, a pizza delivery. Father's Day just keeps on giving. It doesn't end. This is
Wow.
great.
That's great, man. I'm gonna send these to my kids so they could get some ideas for the next Father's Day. Oh, that looks good.
Look at that, Ed.
Wow.
I guess it'll have to wait.
Oh, you can eat them while we're on if you want.
Oh,
It's
you
okay.
give me permission?
Sure.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
There's plenty to talk about. The game.
Yeah,
The
the game.
game.
So,
What a game. Why every game with Inter Miami is just, dude, so much drama. So Miami, dude. It is so Miami because there's so much drama and, oh man, Peter, it's just. But let's start. What are your thoughts, Peter?
Jay Vasquez, who's just joining here, says Philadelphia and Orlando, the two most underperforming teams. I mean, yeah, Orlando is expected to be good this year. They're not good. And I wonder how long their coach has, a job. His brother didn't want my job that I was offering. So screw him. He decided he didn't want the job.
Oh, wow.
Real story. It's such a small world. It's crazy. Hang on a second. Tank says, Pete, you got to wear the Hawaiian shirt more often. It's very Miamian colors. And wow, that pizza looks better than Messi's pizza. Yeah, this shirt does fit the whole Inter Miami theme, no?
I thought it was an Inter Miami shirt.
No, this is me by the pool shirt. This is me hanging out. Look, for Father's Day, we have my wife's family who just came in from Brazil. Nothing to do with Father's Day. They just happened to come in from Brazil a couple days ago. So we decided to have a barbecue, had a pool day with their 5-year-old son, and had a great time. So anyways, but yeah, it does kind of fit the whole Inter Miami vibe. It's better than the Inter Miami shirt that they have. So, and we've got a couple voicemails as well. If you want to jump into those, we got a couple so far. One World, One Goal mentioning that there's a surprise in there. I've already listened to it, so it is a nice surprise. And she confirms, and by her comment, it confirms that it's legit. So we'll get to that in just a minute. But Inter Miami, it's always, they always make us they go down early. Always go down early. But when they normally go down early, we generally have Messi playing. So you have a level of confidence.
Then you can come back.
I will tell you, Ed, my level of confidence was shot after that goal. And I started thinking, the way I work is I think about this show a lot. And so while I'm watching the game, I'm already thinking about show titles. And so I started thinking about show titles right after that first game. Titles such as, Inter Miami can't win without Messi, stuff like that. because yeah, we push up. Yeah, and it was something the commentators mentioned, the high line. We create such a high line that, and we have no speed. Like, if you're going to have a high line, Ed, don't you think you need to have some fast defenders? And we don't have that.
Top, dude, Aviles, dude, it was like the dude was crawling or something. I mean, that other guy just, I mean, he's got no afterburners. And Christoph, even worse, man. It was just like, oh man, it hurt just to watch them trying to backtrack and catch up to the forward, man. And when you're with a ball, you don't run as fast as you do when you don't have a ball. So you would figure they'd be able to catch up to the guy. Uh-uh. They could not catch up to him, and it was so painful to watch that first goal. And it was what, 2 minutes into the game, and I was just like,
It
it's
was
funny
early.
because yeah. So my wife's like holding up the phone because I'm driving at the time, so so we can both look, and I was just like, I can't believe it. 2 minutes into the game, she just turns it on, and we're already losing. And normally, like you said, we've got Messi and
And
every
Suarez. So
time,
there's some
yeah.
confidence.
I think they said what out of the 19 games that we played, 13 we've started losing, and we've come back on 12 of them. We only lost one game where they scored on us first, and that was with Messi, which was a few
But you
weeks ago.
wonder, this team getting used to kind of going down early and then coming back. I guess, in some clubs, you might kind of like your heads are down, maybe, you feel differently. This club, because of the situation with Messi, whatever, they have to have a level of confidence that, hey, we can get back into this. Sure, we don't have Messi. Sure, we don't have Suarez, but we got Busquets, we got Alba, we've got Campana, overall, I think he had a pretty good game. He did kind of, I thought he missed a goal early on that he could have easily, and not easily, it should have been a goal, right? It didn't happen.
Right.
But, I think he played okay. Not the star performance we expect, but I think he played okay. But what about the red cards, Ed? The red cards. I think, first off, I rewatched. I watched the game live, but then I saw some of the highlights. Those red cards I felt were super soft.
Weak. Yes.
Both were second yellows. The second one, especially with Aviles just kicking the ball away, was a yellow? Are you kidding me? It was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it was. Ruiz. He's got, now has a reputation. I think he's the person that most cards and most red cards at least has received on this team.
He's I don't know the number, but Ruiz steps on the field and you have a good feeling he's gonna get a red.
Or at least a yellow every game, because he's just racking up on those yellows. I like that he's tough and all, but it's just he needs to chill a little
A
bit.
little reckless at times. Like his
Yeah.
second yellow was kind of like, all right, maybe it was kind of a little soft, but I can understand it being called. I had more of a problem with Aviles, who just kicked the ball away a little bit, and
Yeah.
that's a yellow.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little soft, in my opinion. And look, I think losing Aviles in the next game is a bigger loss, clearly, than Ruiz. Ruiz still has a lot of learning, and he's a bull in a china shop sometimes.
Yeah, dude. It's a pain in the butt. But and Aviles, he's whatever. That's gonna hurt us, in the next game. But maybe it's time to bring up Ian Frey or
And
um,
Ian
Christoph.
Frey was on the bench. He must be ready to go. So
Yeah.
it might be time to finally see him. Because at this point, Inter Miami has to dig deep. We have to see how deep is the club. Aiden Frey was a really promising player before my Coconut Creek brother. Um, a promising player before all the injuries. Mike V jumping in with a comment saying, we played better with 10 than with 11. Also, having forwards that can run down defenders gives us a huge advantage. We played better with 9, if you think about it, because of this young star right here. This young star. This guy.
Yeah.
I got his first card. Is he going to make this card valuable, Ed? This is his
Might
first ever card when he made his
might be,
first ever
man.
appearance. Is this now going to
He,
become valuable?
well, the guy, comes in for a minute and scores. That's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah. I saw him. I so far this season, I've only made it out to one Inter Miami 2 game. But the Inter Miami 2 game that I went to, I think it was Inter Miami 2 versus NYCFC 2. And that game, Leo Afonso scored 2 goals, or was it 3? At least
I think you
2.
said he had a hat trick.
He might have been a hat trick that game.
Because I remember
that was
you
the
saying
game.
you were saying that this player should be called up to the first team.
And very
they
shortly
did,
after, he got called up.
Yeah. Yep.
I remember watching that and thinking, this kid's good. And he and there's promise there. Tank jumping in as far as the depth. We have the best and deepest team in MLS history. Eric Thomas jumping in with a comment about, don't forget Yannick Bright with the assist.
That was a great assist. Go ahead.
No, you.
Go ahead, Peter. No, yeah, it was he was in a tight situation, and I don't know if he actually saw, Afonso running up, or if that was just him trying to, get the ball away. But if it was all him, what a great pass, and Afonso, what a great finish, because he could have made a pass also to, I think it was Kremoski who was running beside him, just a little bit behind. But he was still able to score a goal, which it reminds me a little bit of a play that was a little bit earlier when Campana had a shot, and he if he would have passed to Kremoski, Kremoski would have scored.
Let's talk about Kremoski for a second, because I'm like right on that edge of putting Kremoski on the back of my shirt, like maybe next year. I like this young player, but
you like him so much, Peter Brown, that you were ready to pimp out your own daughter to him.
I sure was. I'm like, isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? Come on.
Oh man.
I mean, look, my daughter's beautiful. She could look, if he saw her. I mean, oops, what did I just do? Oops.
Whoa, you're jumping ahead of
I touched something by mistake. Jumping ahead. We're going to get to that in a few minutes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, for sure. Kremoski, his first touch, I noticed more so in this game. He needs to work on his first touch. There's so many situations where if he had a better first touch, he would have been in a much better position to pass it off, or take a shot, what have you. I think he really needs to work on his first touch.
Yeah,
oh, no. Yeah. Somebody jumping in on the topic coming up next. Mascot, terrible. We'll get to that. We're going to get to that. But also, let's talk about here, Jay Vasquez. Let's talk about this as well. Gressel had a nice tying goal. First touch to position ball, a connection to score. Then the substitutes won it. Bright the assist. He made it happen with a pass to Afonso for the finish. Gressel, who has come under a lot of fire this year. People are not happy with Gressel. That might be like goal of the week material.
It's a good one. When he scored, I was kind of like, I was excited because I'm like, he's a guy that's played just about every game since the beginning of the season and has done whatever Tata has told him to do. out of his own position, covering wherever he's been told to go. So I kind of feel good for him that he got the score. Brings up his confidence, and I just he's a workhorse. The guy just he's doing whatever Tata tells him to do. I think last week I was telling you that sometimes I'm critical on Tata because he wants to create position for his players, which could kill them. It's such as the case of Noah Allen that I believe he's totally he thinks he's a center defender and he's not. And he's killing the kid's career because he's playing him out of position. Obsessed with that idea. Well, I'm sorry about that.
Ed fall twice, 2 weeks in a row. Ed is falling down. Are you okay, Ed?
Yeah. My head can't hold the phone long enough, and I'm getting pretty animated here, Peter. And I lost my train of thought. I'm getting old.
All right. Well, get you back on train of thought here. Supercalifragilistic whatever says that Kromoski needs to work on his ball control. He gave the ball away that ended in the Philly goal. And that is true, but he gave that ball away pretty much in the midfield. There were other opportunities to stop that pass that led to the goal. So I wouldn't totally blame it on Kromoski because it was given away early. But yes, you are right. He did definitely give the ball away, but his first touch needs to be worked on. Also, Tony Axe talking about Gressel's goal. It actually made it to MLS Play of the Week. It was number 4 of 5. So if it's number 4, I guess it won't, win, but it probably should win.
Well, if they tell us to vote on it, he'll probably win.
Yeah. Let's vote. Anyways, it was Louis Rodrigues sums it up, and then we're going to go to a voicemails. Sums it up great, saying 9v11. What an epic comeback. Just when we thought it was done and dusted. Look, I bet money on this game, Ed, too. I put down my whole solid $10.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to say your whole paycheck.
A whole paycheck of $10, which means I won 35. Hey, but I won something. 35. That means, I could buy for $35, I could buy like one beer at the stadium.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. That's a beer right there.
That's one beer at the stadium. I'm good for one beer or one of my girly drinks, whatever you guys want to call it. But all right, let's go to a couple voicemails while we goof around here.
It's time for your voicemail.
Hello.
All right, first voicemail on the docket here.
Hi.
Hi, my friend. How are you? My name is Diego Cerner. And hi, Peter. He said, Peter, he said hi, okay?
Chichi and Julio.
And Julio.
Gracias.
Thank you for everything.
Bringing the team.
Bringing the team.
Regresar al equipo.
I return with the team.
Para aficionados.
For every group, the aficionados. Thank you.
Beso.
Diego Serna
calling in with an assist from One World One goal there. Little coaching from One World One goal, but she got Diego Serna to call our show. How about that?
Wow. That is awesome.
Nice work there. Nice. That was always, I don't know if One World One Goal remembers some of our old shows, but in the old days, we had several Fusion players on the show. And one of our favorite questions to ask our Fusion people was, do you have a Diego Serna story? And almost every single person had a Diego Serna story. So he is definitely a much beloved player in South Florida soccer history. So good to hear from Diego. That was awesome.
That was so cool. Thanks, One World. You rock.
All right, here we go. Another one.
Yeah. So anyway, first of all, I want to say this call is sponsored by Mia Rodrigues. If you need a house in Coral Creek Bay, Broward, Dade County, then Mia Rodrigues is who you should go to. It's also sponsored by Canes Talk. Caneswear. Yeah, Caneswear. Inter Miami, terrible last night. I know they won. Excellent play by the goals were good. They played decent in the second half. They even played good when they went down 2 men. But there was so much bad soccer last night. I'll tell you what, David Ruiz is a net negative for the team. It's almost like they're better without him on the field. They'd be better even shorthanded without him. He is a terrible, terrible footballer. Kremovsky, not much better. I know that he has made some nice plays, some nice offensive plays, but in a general sense, so many bad passes, so many bad first touches, over and over and over again. I'm not really convinced by these guys, but you know, and they won. They're in first place. I have a lot of complaints still somehow. I just can't believe how bad some of these guys are. All right, but would the positives, Gressel got his first goal. They won. We're going to be without Messi for a while. Hopefully FC Cincinnati loses tonight and Inter Miami can keep their 5 points clear at the top. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, what else do you guys want to talk about? I don't know. I'm driving. We'll talk later.
Whatever. I'm driving. We'll talk later. Whatever.
And he didn't say who he was, but I could tell that's Uncle Ted.
Uncle Ted. People in the chat room were asking, who's that? Uncle Ted.
Ted Sikowski. Dude's nuts, man. But that's cool to hear about Diego Serna. He's opening up in a second division team in Ecuador. Wow. And opening an academy in Kendall.
Nice.
Hopefully he does give me a call because I'd love to have him on the Spanish show. Hopefully we could do it this week, One World. So tomorrow, if possible.
Let's make that happen, One World. His English may be shaky, but Ed does a Spanish show. Let's get him on there for sure.
No excuses. And I definitely want to hear about that Ecuadorian team he's going to start. And important for him to be in South Florida again by doing the oops, I almost dropped it again. The Kendall Academy. That's great.
Yeah, she said also in that chat that she gave him your number to call you. So, but maybe we may need One World. We may need you to kind of push him. Just saying.
Yeah,
a little nudge might help.
It has been our experience in the past, and if he hasn't changed, much from the past, he might end up calling me before he leaves, and that's not good.
Yeah. It's funny how we just kind of over the years we've run into Diego Serna. Just that I remember we were at something for Inter Miami before Inter Miami launched. We were at some sort of celebration. I don't know if it was the team announcement where on that stage. I don't remember exactly where it was, where we're coming out of the theater, what have you, and we run into Diego right there. I mean, he pops up everywhere once in a while. So
he did. I remember he met up with us in one of the malls. I think it was in Dayland Mall when we were doing an event there, and then he showed up. Where else did he show up? He ended up showing up. We were, going after politicians in front of the Miami City Hall. We did stuff like that back then. I mean, if people say, they were there since the beginning, we were literally there since the beginning. And he showed up there. We did, I think, the 24-hour soccer thing. He showed up for a little bit.
We did that a couple times.
He did show up, yeah.
For those of you that don't know, can you believe that these two old guys organized a tournament where we played soccer for 24 hours? I mean, Ed and I didn't play 24 straight, but soccer was being played on this pitch for 24 hours. We helped raise money. It was a kind of a an event that we did to raise money for some sort of cause. I don't even remember what it was, but we did it twice? I think it is 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
And it was
Yeah, we
right
did in
around the time where Miami FC / Fort Lauderdale Strikers were a thing, and it was crazy.
we did it at the soccer Kendall, the Kendall
Yeah.
soccer place for one
Kendall
time.
6 or Kendall 5, whatever they called it.
Yeah, or yeah. Oh man, I remember the guy, Scottish guy. I forgot his last name, but he's still around. I know he did Soccer 5. I think it's called
Soccer
Soccer
5, that's
5.
it.
Yeah, shout out to him. Can't remember his name just now, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people still out there that supported us way back when there was no team, and yeah, we did so many things. Like Peter said, I was there throughout the whole thing, Peter, for the whole 24 hours. I did not
Me too.
leave.
Me
I
too.
was destroyed. Oh yeah, you were too.
I was look,
destroyed.
Ed, I organized the whole thing. I had to be there.
Yeah, yeah. So it was
All
it
right.
was tough.
Changing subject, because the last few weeks, what we've done is we've talked about 30 minutes about the game, and then we switch subject to something fun. I want to keep doing that. And I know some of you complain when I do it, but I want to keep doing it. It's still related, and I already kind of blew it by showing it earlier. But let's talk about Inter Miami. Oh, I got to fix Ed again, because he somehow hang on a second. Let's get Ed in here.
Yeah.
There he goes. Let's talk about Inter Miami getting a mascot. This apparently is something that some people like, myself. Some people dislike. I don't know where Ed falls on this. Inter Miami, it was leaked by the people that are making the mascot, these details. The Inter Miami has not released this yet, but the company making it has leaked this. Inter Miami getting a mascot. And so the story is Inter Miami collects used soccer gear every year for something called Rebound or something or other. Yeah. And they repurpose old soccer gear into new soccer uniforms. It's all about, conserving stuff and, not wasting, right? And they apparently had excess material, so they decided, hey, we need a mascot. Let's take some of that recycled material and turn it into a mascot. Somebody walking around the stadium greeting the kids. And this that we're showing you is the look. What do you think, Ed, of Inter Miami getting a mascot?
I think it's cool, Peter, and I know you're,
you already know where I stand because we were in chat.
Yeah, being a Disney fan, I mean, you could pretty much figure where Peter's, is at about this. But I think it's pretty cool, man. I mean, I'm sure some people probably don't like the look of it. It's a little bit, I don't know, robotic or whatever. You can't really tell that much from the picture. I mean, you can tell a little bit, but I like to see him without jumping to see how he looks. Wait, is that wings or?
Well, here we can get a closer look of that head.
Yeah,
That's here's the thing.
Right there.
It is a little weird how plasticky it is. It's very hard, and I can understand that. But what I wanted to talk about is are we okay with having a mascot? Because there is this thought that football teams, soccer teams, don't have mascots, and that it's wrong to have a mascot for a soccer team. And so I'm curious where people stand on that, because the thought is that soccer teams don't have mascots. Well, tell that to Manchester United. Tell that to Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, who has a Red Devil mascot. This walking around like Red Devil Bear, whatever he is, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, we could discuss whether or not the mascot design is great or not, but how do we feel about the mascot in total? Because not only, does he, do we have one there, but, this might be where we should go. Okay, that mascot that Inter Miami is coming out with looks a little plasticky. But what if we came out with something like this?
Oh, that's kind of cool. Pretty chill.
This is Crystal Palace. I'm bringing up English Premier
I'm
League
glad.
teams. Crystal Palace has a bird mascot that's not so plasticky. He's a little more, furry, fuzzy, likable, and he's wearing shades. How about that?
That's kind of cool. I like that.
So here's some of the thoughts coming in, and I disagree, of course. Oh no, mascot or cheerleaders needed in our football. I think the cheerleaders thing is more of a valid argument. That's very rare, unless you're in Mexico, right? There's a lot of cheerleaders in Mexico, I think. But
They sure are.
But, there's sometimes this thought that mascots don't belong in football. But then, hang on a second. I got some. Every World Cup has a mascot. This World Cup 2014 mascot for Brazil. I got this little figure. This is the Brazil mascot. Every World Cup has a mascot. The Copa America has a mascot. Furry mascots are a part of football, whether you like it or not. Sorry, Esteban.
Sorry, a lot of people, because I see a lot of complaints. But another thing that I think eventually people go, they'll come around and they'll be like, okay, what's that?
Supercalifragilistic talking about the design. Oh no, my eyes. What's that? One word, sports shorts, which is a younger fella. So it's interesting to hear his thoughts. He likes having a mascot, but I don't know how I feel about this. So my thought, okay, my issue and I could get over it. I am mascot friendly. Shocker. Ed nailed it. I'm a Disney fan. I have a picture of me just from last month with me and the genie from Aladdin. I mean, I'm gonna be in Disney tomorrow, Ed. I am gonna be in Disney tomorrow. I will probably get a picture with a fuzzy character tomorrow, right? So, but the argument of, is this the right design? I think part of it is, it's hard to make a heron look kind of tough, right? And you want your mascot to look tough. It's a little challenging to make him look tough.
Those creatures are predators, and so he looks kind of tough. Looks a little angry there, but
he looks very similar to this guy right here, Miami Hurricanes. He looks very similar to the ibis.
Yeah, the ibises are they're ibises. They're not that tough. Herons are more tough.
Regardless, the design of the character looks very similar, I think, to this one. And then Kata's saying it's a Moss family making the mascot. It's a Moss family making the mascot. Okay. Here we go. I like what Tank says. Hang on, let me bring this back. Tank says we have a volunteer, Ed. Tank says, can they tailor make it to my size? I'd be honored to become our mascot, and we'll keep the stadium energetic.
Nice. I'm all for Tank to do it.
That's it. Let's, Here, Esteban Mejia. I like the Power Rangers heron. I get that. He's a little video game looking. That's pretty good. So apparently it was designed. So here people are saying in the chat, Moss's daughter has designed the mascot. Okay, I don't care. I don't have a problem with the design. I think my issue is it's so plastic. It's going to look great as a little character like this. If they don't give away that mascot as a character that for a season pass holders, they're going to piss me off. That, whether it be this year or next year, they need to give away a little like a plastic character like this of that. That makes sense.
That's kind of cool. I like it.
Mr. Krabs getting dark here. not to make this dark, but can't have some random person in that costume putting hands on children. Oh, darn.
Is he talking about Tank?
Are you talking about Tank? Tank's not random. We know Tank. and look, I've known here. Let's get out of here. I've known some other mascots. If we're talking about mascots, there is a history of mascots in South Florida soccer. Can we not forget about this guy?
PK.
If you don't remember PK, the mascot for the Miami Fusion. Now, this is a pretty bad design if you really think about it, Ed.
Yeah. It's a lizard, right? Is that what it was?
He's a lizard, a gecko, or what have you. I don't know exactly. Yeah, it's Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Is that a gator? I don't think so. I don't think it's a gator. Gator.
Tons of lizards in South Florida, so.
But it's a lizard, and let's not. Okay, if you don't like him, let's not forget our friend Hotshot, who was also friends with all the other mascots in South Florida.
Yeah, look at that,
Hotshot there for the Fort Lauderdale Strikers. He was making good friends with Billy the Marlin, the Dolphins mascot. I don't know what his name is. And the Panthers mascot. I don't know what his name is. But, and I am friends with the man that was inside the, Hotshot.
Yeah.
Hotshot. And I don't know if I should say this, but he worked at a strip club.
Yeah, I remember that.
While wearing the costume.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about he's a good guy, but his job, questionable.
I was going to say his daytime job. No. His nighttime job was...
Nighttime job was questionable. His weekend job was fine. His weekend job was wearing a costume.
Right.
And here's the thing is I had this argument a little bit with Eric Thomas, who did not like the idea. And I was like, look, mascots are fun. Kids like mascots. His argument were that the parents bring the kids, and my argument is that the kids quite often bring the parents. And I've watched so many games with, say, Hotshot, where the mascot is a bigger draw than the game sometimes. So I think the mascot is valuable. Why not have it? Why not? And here's Eric's comment about, Ed's switching to driving. Ed's driving. We're wrapping this show up, Ed. You got 2 minutes.
Yeah. No, it's cool. When my wife came back and with my granddaughter, and we're basically my mother-in-law. So we're ready to drive back to Miami, Peter Brown.
All right. So let's wrap it up, Ed. I've rambled on a lot about how much I love the idea of having a mascot. Shocker, I love the idea. How you're okay with it, right?
I'm okay with it. Now, I just wonder what the name's going to be, and that's why my next question is...
If we had more time, I wanted to get into that, because I am all about, what do they call it? Alliteration? Where you got like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, all that Daffy Duck. So what do you call
the Heron?
Heron?
Or Harry, or
Harry. But what is a Spanish H word? Because we're a very Latino team. I've already got it. I already did my research, Ed.
Like my dad, Hugo the Heron. No,
you nailed it. That was my research. Hugo the Heron. Hugo
I like
Heron.
that one. Wow, that's my dad's name and my brother's name.
I mean, Tank jumping in with Harold. Eric saying, isn't putting a person in a mascot suit in 90-degree humid Florida weather equivalent to torture? Yeah, but we don't care. It's just an intern. We don't care.
Or it could be Tank.
It's Tank. And he's just happy to have the job and having fun. One World likes Hugo the Heron. That's wonderful. Because look, I mean, my other thought was like Julio the Heron, because it sounds like an H. but it's not an H. It's a J.
Just change the the J for an H.
It sounds like an H when you say it.
In honor of Julio Caballero, who's
There
one of the
you
guys
go.
that started
There you
all
go.
this.
So, I mean, this is exciting. I think it's fun. I'm a full believer in soccer teams having. Oh, here's another good one. I know I work with a guy named Hernan the Heron. Hernan the Heron. That's a little hard, but Herney. Hector.
Yeah,
El
Hector El Heron.
Hector El Heron. So,
Yeah.
lots of thoughts. That's what we want you to do. If you made it to the end of this video, we want in the comments after this video is posted, we want your ideas for the name of the heron. If you made it this far, you now owe us in the comments what you would name this heron. It's going to happen, right? So they're designing it. This is it. Love it or not. What would you name him? And speaking of,
guy.
Yeah. I mean, it should be a fun conversation in the chat. Let's have some fun with that. And speaking of fun, what are we going to do tomorrow, Ed?
Peter Brown will be doing this show in Spanish with Marquito El Oso Del Noso, who happens to have traveled to Ecuador. He said he's going to try to, get on the show anyway from long distance. We'll see how that goes. Or if we're lucky, when World Won't Go will hook me up with Diego Serna. That would be a great show right there. And but we'll still gonna have, no matter what the show is tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. live. So check it out in our Spanish show. Don't forget to subscribe, guys.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Let's all celebrate the heron. The chats are coming in here, but I want to see him in later. Hakeem the Heron. That's not Latino. I think that's some other nationality, but the family is already asleep in Ed's car. They are ready to make a drive. They're already, look at his wife. His wife is right behind.
She's already behind. Look at her.
She's already asleep.
Yeah, she's already sleeping.
Alex,
doesn't
wake
even
up.
realize it.
Happy Father's Day.
Oh, happy Father's Day. She's saying to you.
Happy Father's Day, Pierre.
Thank you. Wake up.
Chloe, say happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Pierre.
Too cute. All right.
She loves you.
Drive safe, Ed, on your way home. That's a 5-hour drive. Enjoy. You'll be home at like 1 in the morning. And
probably.
I'll see you later. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow night. Thanks, everybody. See you later.